It was a night soaked in rain and thunder when Daniel, a young traveler, lost his way along the forest road. His car had broken down miles back, and with no signal on his phone, he wandered in the storm, hoping to find some shelter. Through the curtain of rain, he saw it, a tall, crumbling house standing at the edge of the woods. Its windows were dark, but one faint candle flickered in the upper floor. Desperate and shivering, Daniel pushed open the rusted gate and stepped inside. The house greeted him with silence, yet not the silence of emptiness. It was the kind of silence that listens back. The air was thick with dampness, and every step he took echoed as though the walls themselves were repeating his presence. A whisper seemed to trail behind him, so faint he thought it was the storm. But when he stopped, the whisper stopped too. Daniel called out, asking if anyone lived there, but no answer came. He found a half-broken chair near the hallway and decided to wait until morning. That's when he heard it clearly for the first time. A voice. It was not loud, but it was close, impossibly close. A woman's voice, whispering his name. His blood ran cold. He had never told anyone in this place who he was. And yet the voice breathed, "Daniel, Daniel." Shaking, he followed the sound deeper into the house, each corridor darker than the last. The wallpaper peeled like dead skin, and the portraits along the walls seemed to stare with hollow eyes. At the end of the hallway, he reached a door that was half open. He pushed it slowly, and inside was a small bedroom. In the center stood an antique mirror, covered with a dusty cloth. The whispers grew louder, circling around him, weaving through the room. With trembling hands he pulled the cloth away and froze. The mirror reflected the room perfectly, except for one detail. In the reflection, behind him, stood a woman in black with hollow eyes, whispering into his ear. He spun around, but the room was empty. Heart pounding, Daniel looked back at the glass. This time, the reflection showed not just the woman, but an entire family standing silently behind her, pale and expressionless. Their mouths moved together, forming a chorus of whispers. Daniel stumbled backward, but the door slammed shut, trapping him inside. The whispers grew harsher, like a storm of voices inside his skull. He covered his ears, but the sound only burrowed deeper. And then, among the voices, he recognized something that made him freeze completely. His mother's voice. She had died years ago, and yet her voice was there, whispering his name, just as she used to when he was a child. Tears burned his eyes. He stepped closer to the mirror, whispering back, begging for her to speak again. The reflection of his mother appeared among the pale figures. She reached out a hand from the glass, her face twisted with sorrow. Without thinking, Daniel reached out too. The instant his fingers touched the cold surface, the mirror rippled like water, and a violent pull yanked him inside. He gasped, struggling, but the whispers wrapped around him like chains. He was dragged into darkness, the glass ceiling behind him. The house fell silent once more. By morning, the storm had passed. A passerby walking along the forest road noticed the house. its broken windows glistening with rain. Curious, he stepped through the rusted gate. Inside the hallway he found a chair. On it lay a soaked jacket and a half-finished note scribbled in panic. It read, "Do not listen to the whispers. They are not yours. They never were." The man glanced nervously at the walls. For a moment, he thought he heard his own name echo faintly in the air. He hurried out, but the house waited patiently for the next traveler who would come seeking shelter, only to hear their name whispered in the dark. And so the House of Whispers remained, always hungry, always waiting.